Well, hello, Mimi and Deb. Well, it's just us. So I'm going to play you a song. Hey, Mads, what is up? All right, of course, I got to play a song. We always got to start with a song. But I know you guys love this song. Okay? For real. What a guy. I love that song. I love that song. Who we got in here? Army Vet, Deb and Maymay and Karen with a C. Uh, Mags. Did I make your blood pressure even go up more? Oh, I hate to hear that, Mags. I hate having high blood pressure. I get the worst freaking headache. Auntie M, long time no see. Where you been hanging? No, don't tell me, girl. I don't need to know. I am just joking. Well, I love Joel Wash too, but that's not Joel Wash. That's Don Henley. But I love Joe Walsh too. I absolutely do. Okay, so what do I want to talk about first? Let's talk about we're going to get serious, of course. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. My cat came up here and she had cold in her eyes. I had to get rid of the cold in my cat's eyes. It was driving me crazy. For sure. Hey, Tropicana's a new member. Welcome, Tropicana. Tropicana. Heck yeah. We are going to talk about a number of different things today. There's some things going on the YouTube streets, and, I commentate and I give my opinion on things, and I'm going to give my opinion on a couple things for sure. But first, hold on. Let's get through this. There is a resentencing trial for a felon who kidnapped a little 5-year-old girl and then left her in the Florida Everglades. Or the alligators. It's freaking messed up. Her name was Quatisha Candy Maycock. She was 5 years old. And the alligator did get a hold of her. Now, this guy's 76 years old. Harold, I guess, Brady, the way that it's spelled, Braddy, left both Shandell Maycock, 22, and her 5-year-old daughter, Quatisha Candy Maycock, to be unalived on November 7th, 1998. Like I said, this is a resentencing hearing. Why would they resentence him? I don't get it. Candy was left alone in the Florida Everglades. She was found days later. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, the alligator did get her. Let's put it like that. Now, Shandell survived, and Braddy was sentenced to be unalived in 2007, but he's now back in court after his sentence was reversed a decade later. Why did they reverse it? The baby was sleeping in her bed on November 6th when that guy came in, grabbed her, forced her into his car while she was still in her pajamas. Prior to abducting Candy, this dude had been severely hitting on Candy's mom, Shandell, who was only 22, like I said. Wow. Shandell was forced into the car as well. And once he began to drive away from the apartment, she pulled the baby in the back seat and told her daughter that they would be jumping out of the moving vehicle. Braddy had been released from prison 1 year prior to this incident, after serving just 12 years of a 30-year sentence on charges including attempted red rum, robbery, kidnapping, and burglary. Why are you resentencing this fool? That's nuts. What is wrong with people? What is wrong? What is wrong? I agree, watch this mess. I agree 1,000%. You got a cold too, Karen, starting up? I know, girl, my ears are bothering me. That's probably one. Well, I'm loud anyway. I got a big freaking mouth. Everybody knows I got a big mouth. My ears have been bothering me a little bit. I need to get them cleaned out. Okay, so Braddy had been helping the single mom, Shandell, after she met him and his wife through a church group. I'm telling you guys, this is just my opinion. You got to be careful even going to church with some people. I'm just saying. Right? Because, God might hold your hand, but the devil's waiting for you to follow him. I'm just saying, if that makes sense. For sure. So he instructed her not to try to exit the vehicle. He allegedly increased the speed when she opened the car door, throwing both her and her daughter from the vehicle. As they lay injured on the road, he stopped the car, came back to collect them. Shandell informing Shandell, the mother, that he would drive them back home. He then put the baby inside the car, but threw the mother in the trunk, where she remained for the next 45 minutes as he drove. He pulled her from the trunk, still hitting on her, saying he should unalive her. That is crazy. So he thought she was unconscious. He thought she was unconscious and just left her. She woke up the next morning and flagged down a car and immediately reported this guy to law enforcement, but they could not find the 5-year-old Candy. A man fishing in the section of the Florida Everglades known as Alligator Alley came across the young girl. I am not going to tell you. I mean, it's up there if you can read it exactly what damage the alligator did. They later identified her. He had basically thrown her onto some rocks in a nearby canal and left her. He was sentenced to be unalived by a jury in Miami-Dade County following a criminal trial in 2007. But that sentence was reversed following a 2017 Supreme Court ruling that determined Florida's DP law to be unconstitutional. Are you kidding me? But that law has since been amended, and Brady is one of several who are on the row who were granted new penalty phase trials as a result of this ruling. Are you freaking kidding me? That is crazy. I mean, what does it mean? He returned to court for his resentencing this week, could find himself back on the road depending on the outcome. That will require at least 8 members of the 12-person jury to recommend he be sentenced to be made to pass away under the recently amended DP law. The decision will ultimately be left for the judge overseeing the proceedings, who will make the final ruling in the case at the end of the trial. The trial got underway on Tuesday, January 20th, 10 days ago. Wow. They said the little 5-year-old girl was just the sweetest little girl. Her mother was also in court, came face to face with the man. That is crazy. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know what? These cases just astound me sometimes. I don't know if it means he can be set free, May. But for sure, he will probably, if possible, get off of the row and be put in general pop. Is what it sounds like to me. Craziness. Crazy. You know, okay, we're going to talk about something that's going on the YouTube streets. I was kind of astounded by it. I'm not sure what's going on. You know, we know that TM, her son passed away, and my heart goes out to her so much. Like I said, you know, cancer is a horrible thing, and I cannot sit here and say I know what she's going through because that was her son. There's a difference, I believe, in a child passing and an adult passing. And I probably shouldn't say that. Nobody needs to come for me for saying that, okay? Because it's a horrific disease. And hey, Raindrop, you're in the emergency again? Well, we're praying for you. We are praying for you, sweetheart. I hate that because there's so many illnesses and stuff going on right now. It's just really sad. So we're definitely praying for you. Okay. So, okay. someone was in Queen Bee's chat or something and said something. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Mags. I mean, look, that's the way I feel about it. I know, Todd passed away from that horrible disease. I know what we went through, and he was an adult. I could not ever imagine losing my child to anything like that. So I'm not sure if somebody was just trying to cause problems. Trolls do that, you guys. They will just try to cause as much manufactured chaos as they can. So Tiffany was very upset and gave Queen Bee a piece of her mind. Queen Bee is stating that she didn't speak bad about Tiffany's son and would never disrespect him, and says a troll came into chat while they were reviewing something, and Tiffany was pretty hard about it. She was not happy about it. I just find it to be horrible all the way around. All the way around. Really sad. I don't even really have a whole lot to say about it. It's just sad. It is just sad. And, people need to understand that when anybody's loved one passes away, there's grieving. There's a grieving process. And you can't downplay that. And they get angry. They get angry. Anger is a part of the grieving process. So, I mean, I heard Tiffany lied into Queen Bee. I don't know. I don't. I just found the whole thing to be sad. Very sad. Trolls do shit like that. They want to cause big time problems for people for no reason, just because they ain't got nothing else to do, I guess. You know why they're trolls? Because they don't want you to know who they are. That's why they're trolls. For sure. For sure, for sure. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, this is breaking freaking news. Breaking news. Like, we ain't got enough real life shit. All right. So this dude worked at McDonald's. He's 19 years old, and they arrested him on suspicion of double charging customers and funneling nearly $700 to his personal account. Dude, why did you double charge people? Well, they're probably going to find more. 19-year-old McDonald's worker Giovanni Primoblount was arrested, charged with fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. Let me tell you something. After I go to a store, I always check. The first thing I do is check and see exactly how much they took out, make sure it's the right amount. That is just habit of mine. When you're poor, you're going to make sure nobody's taking your money. Bottom line. Now, that's probably not a rich people problem. Rich people probably wouldn't have cared, right? He didn't look the gift horse in the mouth. You're right, May, for sure. He is only 19. He would process legitimate customer payments. And when he worked and then tapped their cards on a personal device, fraudulently charging an additional $10 to $20 per transaction. Oh, so he was taking their card and tap, paying himself. He's got a $30,000 bond. Dude, was it worth it? Was it worth it, Giovanni Primo Blount? That's messed up. That's what he was doing, though. Taking payments, tapping their card. Because now all you got to do is tap, right? That's all you got to do. Tap. Heck yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I go somewhere and spend $8, there better only be $8 taken off of my card when I walk out of there. Because if you go home and stuff, then you got to mess around and you got to try to, they're like, oh, we need to see the bank statement. Oh, we need for you to get this. We need for you to prove to us that we overcharged you. Right? They give you the headache. It's like, why? Maybe it was worth it to him at the time. Maybe it was, May. That's quite a bit, an extra $10 to $20 per transaction. They believe he obtained $680 before being apprehended. So now they're wanting anyone who visited this McDonald's to check their card for suspicious charges. Some customers have already received refunds. So he was charged with theft of property between $100 to $750 and on a $30,000 bond. Ooh, he's in trouble. So they said that his charges were upgraded. He used his personal device for more than 50 transactions. So now he's been charged with fraudulent use or possession of identifying information on more than 50 items, which is a first-degree felony. Now, he posted bond. He's released until he goes to court. Dude, why'd you do that? Wow. So anyone who was at McDonald's because see, once you hand him the card, all you have to do is tap the card now, right? I don't think it had anything to do with the CCTV footage, though. Probably somebody noticed. Right? Horrible cases. Crazy. What the heck? I need to quit doing this because I keep flipping through to different stories. Volunteer fire chief pleads not guilty to 37 counts of child sex abuse 1 week after his arrest. Wow. That's crazy. 37 charges. This comes following an investigation by the department after 2 boys accused him of SA. He's on administrative leave, and he pled not guilty. Wow. Well, I mean, even if he didn't do it, that's going to follow him wherever he goes. 37 counts is a lot. He was charged with 10 counts of first degree rape of a child, 21 counts of first degree child molest, 4 counts of second degree child molest, 1 count of dealing, where did it go? Depictions of a minor engaged in sexually explicit conduct, 1 count of possession of depictions of a minor engaged in explicit conduct. Wow. His arrest comes after an investigation by the Pacific County Sheriff's Office. They received reports of allegation of possible child molest and rape. That's nuts. One boy who was not named claimed to police he had been sexually abused by Archer every weekend for 5 months in 2019, claiming he would get marijuana and alcohol in exchange for allowing the acts. Dude, you need to go under the jail. That's crazy. Court documents show he claimed that him and another boy were abused in their home in Ocean Park. Police allege Archer was in an intimate relationship with the boy who was 18 years old at the time. The boy was 18. Does that make a difference? I don't know if does that make a difference? Freaking crazy. That's horrible. Well, we'll see what happens. He was supposed to he pled not guilty on January 16th. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, yeah. This crazy guy unalived 5 of his infant children over a 9-year period. Yes, this woman, this mom of 10, held a woman captive in her home for over 20 years. Have you guys heard about that one? That's crazy. She kept this girl in her home for like 25 freaking years and used her as a slave. Yeah, that's the thing, Mags. That 19-year-old, he just, I mean, I think there's a way to come back from that, though, don't you? I think there's kind of a way to, make amends with something like that. For sure. Make amends, make amends. That's just crazy. I don't know why things get so crazy. And let me tell you, they keep talking about this freak. This guy is a freak. Wade Wilson. You can find many YouTube channels who talk about, Wade Wilson. Unalive those women. He think he is the creme de la creme. He got women coming from everywhere. Yeah, it's like these women don't care that he's in prison for unaliving other women. I guess they don't have to worry about him getting out and coming for him, right? I wonder if he'll get conjugal visits. Wade, you gonna get conjugal visits, are you? For sure. They're crazy. People are crazy. For real, for real. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know, you guys. I don't even know what to say about half the shit I hear anymore. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Remember the kid I talked about here in my town that I'm aware of because I know his grandma and I knew his grandpa before he passed away, and I know his whole family, and he's in jail right now for fent. He got busted with fent after a pregnant woman overdosed on it and passed away, unaliving her and her child. I will do an update on that when I hear something about it. But this is a whole gang of people. And why I'm bringing this up is because one of the girls she is only 19 years old. 19. Her name, let me pop over here. Her name is Rebecca Lynn Murray. She was hit with the $8.3 million bond in a massive substance trafficking case. She was arrested in Orange County, Florida. She's facing serious charges, including being abusive to a child, conspiracy to traffic over 200 grams of meth, trafficking more than 14 grams of fent. They set her bond that high. I mean, that is a really high bond. I don't see ever making that bond. I really don't. A 19-year-old girl. 19. Here she is, right here. Little girl. There was another, they were like 19. Okay, 11 people were indicted as part of a 10-month investigation into a gang-run fent trafficking ring. State Attorney Andrew Bain announced, now this was in 2024. From the top left to right, we have Carlos Rodriguez, he's 19. We have Elena Falzoni, 21. Olivia Goen, 21. Brendan Galt, 24. Paul Jacques, 30. Oh, okay, so we got a 30-year-old. This dude with the kind of messed up freaky hair is 30 years old. And then the dude beside him is 24. So those are two of the older ones. Okay. Then bottom, you got a 26-year-old Javier kid, Jeremiah Maldonado, 20. Here's Rebecca right here. Rebecca Murray, 19 years old. Benjamin Rivard, 28. Eliamni Rodriguez, 25. Christian Raux Ray, 21. That's crazy. That is nuts, you guys. I've got their picture. I haven't pulled up the whole case yet. We will talk about it. We shall. So, yes, 19-year-old Rebecca was found charged with child abuse, conspiracy to traffic in meth, fent, Coca-Cola, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, conspiracy to possess cannabis. I wouldn't think the cannabis would be a big deal. 19 years old. This girl threw her life away. Yes, she is not getting out, Deb. You are absolutely right about that. Her whole life, she threw it away. Now, the 19-year-old boy from McDonald's who took the money, hey, Mr. A, I can see him making amends, but this little girl, no, no. And at her age, guess what? She is going to the adult prison for sure. So stupid. So stupid. They probably were acting like, treating her like she was special. She was probably big shit to she probably thought her shit didn't stink. For real. I mean, yep. Can't make it right. Cannot make it right, people. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Now, Lord help me. I don't even know why this came on my radar. I got on my Facebook, and this is what I see on my freaking Facebook. Ziggy, an hour ago, edited. Why is it edited? Received this from a local. At the end of Paul Hill's driveway, was told it's Don Wells' wrecked red Subaru. Confirmed with locals and Fred that this is, in fact, at the end of Paul Hill's driveway. How do you know that? How do you know that? I thought he wrecked it on Ben Hill when he chased Candace in the car. But what do I know? The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Lord help us. Lord help us, Jesus. Yeah, maybe a little narcissistic. Gaslighting. Gosh, you know what? I don't know why, but I don't even like to talk about Ernie. He acts like everybody loves him. Everybody uses him for content. I usually say a little something about him. I really don't use him for content. I don't need to, But the dude is freaky. He's freaking doing freaky shit. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. What can he say? For real. Freaking crazy. Crazy. I'm crazy for... These people are driving me crazy. I filled out something to see if I could get my car insurance lowered. They are not leaving me alone now. And no, it wasn't any cheaper. Not at all. Freaking shit, man. Crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't have an Xbox. Okay. Wow, this woman. Hey, Poppy. Glad you popped in, lady. All right. This woman was charged with removing her boyfriend's head and ran to Mexico. Enrique Gonzalez, 55, was found that way in her apartment, Alyssa Marie Lira's apartment, Girl, what is up with that? Why'd you get mad? 23 years old. If you're 20, why are you with a 55-year-old? You're 23. Charged with 1 count of red rum, 1 felony enhancement for personally using a weapon. Dang, that's pretty wild. Her arrest comes 5 months after Enrique was found in her home. They had only been dating for 2 months. 2 months. Damn, what'd he do that pissed you off that bad? 2 freaking months. That's nuts. That's crazy. I'm sorry, it's crazy. Wow. That's nuts. January 23rd, she was turned over to the Anaheim Police Homicide Detectives. Jeezy wheeze. Of course, she's being held without bond. She's being arraigned on February 13th. Wow. That's nuts. 2 months. 2 months. 2 months. Two months. Little cray-cray, I must say. I must say too, cray-cray. Craziness, you guys. You cannot make this stuff up. We got a firefighter who allegedly unalived his wife after reading her diary. After reading her diary. What in the world could her diary have said? That you were a shit husband, maybe? That's nuts. What is wrong with people? It's called divorce. My divorce became final today. Me and little J-O-E will be going away. All right, that was in bad taste, wasn't it? What is up, Chris? What you doing? Where you been? Where you been hanging out at? I'm just joking. Please do not tell me. Good to see ya. Actually, I am doing pretty well today. I am. So, it's a crazy world. It's a hard nut life for us. It really is. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. No, I do feel horrible for Tiffany. I really do. Now, I'm not sure if she has a GoFundMe set up to, help her get her son's headstone or not. I don't know. He must have found out in the diary that his fire hose was short. Hey, Johnny. That could be. Hey, Steven, the discussion reseller. How are you, Steven? Good to see you, buddy. Do you have a booth set up inside, Steven, during the winter? Or do you just take the winter off? She does have a GoFundMe, Deb. Please, you guys, feel free to go check it out. If that's what you wish to do, okay? For sure. It's just so sad. Oh, it's an inside flea market all seasons. That's really cool, Stephen. Really cool. Yeah, so if that's what you feel the need to do, please go over and, check out Tiffany's GoFundMe for her son's, um, you know, I don't, my thing is, if that's up to each individual person. I don't, I'm not, this is just me and how I do my channel. I don't, I don't want anybody coming in here and telling me why they wouldn't do it. I don't need to know that. Okay. For real. I don't need to know. If you don't like her, that's totally up to you. Feel free to feel however you want to. That ain't none of my beeswax. But, she's grieving right now. She really is. And my heart goes out to her. It really does. So, for sure. Like I said, I'm not real sure all of the, playing the stuff that's going on and, what's been said or what hasn't been said. And I know she's pretty angry about it right now, though. So, for sure. And, this is the thing. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a troll at all. You've got good trolls, you got bad trolls, you got really nasty trolls, okay? And, sometimes if they can go in to chats and cause a little chaos, of course they're going to do it. Of course, they're absolutely going to do it. For sure. I know what was said and done to me when Todd passed away, and I don't wish that on anybody. I do not wish that on anybody. It's horrible. And I would personally never do that to anybody. I never would. I think it's just in very bad taste. Very bad taste. So, but people need to understand too, though, she's grieving really bad right now. So, for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, I am not going to keep you guys on here very long today. I'm going to go in and monetize this. Because, sorry, you guys, I know I love to do stuff and not monetize it, but even I, poor old Remain Calm, have to monetize some of my stuff. So you will see commercials. That's all I'm saying. For sure. Hey, H, how you been? You still working? Are you still working for a living? Working. For sure. But no, I do. I don't find it in good taste that, anybody tries to do that shit to somebody who's grieving like that, right? You were late getting ready for the snow this time. Did you get more snow, Poppy? You're crying tears of joy right now? Why? What are you joyous about, H. Davis, that you're crying tears of joy right now? I need to know before I get off here. Why are you crying tears of joy right now? Okay, send me an email. You do that, H. Whatever it is, I'm very happy that they're tears of joy. For sure. For sure, for sure. Oh. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. You guys, this is so sad. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're fine, Poppy. Okay, H, I'll look. Catherine O'Hara passed away. That is so sad. I loved her. I loved her. Catherine O'Hara passed away after a brief illness. She passed away in Los Angeles on Friday, January 30th at the age of 71, which is today. She passed away today. Wow. She had a brief illness. She was transported to the hospital in LA. Oh, Catherine, rest in peace. She was 71. 71 years old. Remember, she was in Schitt's Creek. I loved that show. I love that show. For sure. 70 years old, had difficulty breathing, passed away at the hospital. Rest in peace, Catherine. She was so freaking, she was funny. She was so talented. For sure. Okay, so I know some of you guys don't know who Cardi B is, but Cardi B went to court over a woman at a doctor's office that, you know, this security guard at a doctor's office, you know, it was said that Cardi had done things to her while at the office and stuff. It was really weird. But this lawyer for the woman was freaking, he was weird. He was asking weird questions and shit. The judge fined him $1,500 for asking Cardi about potential gang affiliation during the trial. Wow. All right. That's interesting. But most of you guys probably don't know who Cardi is. I know who Cardi is. Only because I try, you know, to hang out with. All right. Anything else? Does anyone have anything else? H, let me see if I can pull your email up, my friend. Okay, let's see. No. We are starting to roll out our campaign. Your content. Good for you, H. Davis. Super proud of you, dude. Super proud of you. For sure. That is wonderful. H's content will be featured on Special Olympics social media. Cool, H. Oh, I already got out of it. I already got out of it, my friend. But I'm proud of you. Good for you. Good for you. Tropicana knows who Cardi is. She sure does. All right, my friends. I've been on here an hour. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys so much. I am going to go ahead and get off here. Um, and you guys know I will be catching you later. So be you, do you. You're all grown adults. Hang out wherever you want. Remain calm, doesn't care. I appreciate you guys. So are you all right? Sorry, Chad was talking to me at the same time. You know cardio? I know cardio too, but I know Cardi too. She sang that song with Lizzo about social media. It was a good song. It was. I liked it. I like Cardi. Tropicana, thank you for becoming a new member. Raindrop, I hope you're well. Keep us posted and let us know how you're doing since you are at the emergency room. Give us a little shout. Drop me an email. Let me know how you're doing. Of course, I'm praying for everybody. I hope we get out of this cold spell. I am sick of it. I am sick of the cold already, for sure. And yeah, I've had it. I mean, I've been pretty congested, but luckily, most of it I can cough up. So, all right, peace out. Adore you guys. Thank you so much. I will catch you later. If there's something you guys would like for me to, make it a topic of our conversation, drop me an email and let me know or throw it in comments and I will research it and see, what the heck's going on with it cuz that's what I do. That is how I roll over here. Thank you. Thank you to Mags. Mags, honey, I hope you're you know, I hope that you feel better. I really do. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you again.